Hey everybody, my name is Dimitri and I'm an amateur, and this year I'm doing Romaniacs. Romaniacs is something that has been kind of on my radar for a long time. It just, as I'm getting older and learning a little bit about myself and what I like to do and what I value in life, I'm kind of focusing more on experiences rather than achievements. And Romaniacs is one of those things that it just seems like an awesome adventure. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do more of in life. And as I was looking into it, I actually didn't find a lot of blog posts or vlogs or really any information from amateurs doing it. So I had no idea what you really need to do to get ready for it. And just for the record, I still don't really know what I'm doing when it comes to getting ready for it, because I've never done it before. And like I said, I'm an amateur. So I've been riding for probably 9 years. I've never ridden a motorcycle until I was in my mid-20s. I rode dirt bikes a little bit, and then by a little bit I mean like once. And then I kind of put that whole thing away for a number of years, and really only in my 30s I've kind of gotten more into it. And the last couple of years I've been doing more and more. And I started doing a little bit of racing. Raced as a sea rider for many years, you know, as a beginner. For those of you not in the US, that's the lowest, slowest class you could be in most cases. And I did decent as mid-pack for a long time. Put a little bit more effort in. Started winning. Clearly, I'm still not a super fantastic rider, but I'll get through. So I moved up to B class. So currently I'm like a mid-pack B class rider, which is intermediate, essentially. And I am by no means talented in any way. I spent most of my adult life, or my childhood for sure, and then most of my early adult life being a big computer nerd. My fitness, until recently, it was literally non-existent. If I could avoid physical activity, I absolutely did. If you've never heard of Romaniacs, it's a hard enduro rally. So it is a hard enduro that takes place over a number of days, 4 or 5 days, depending on whether you count the prologue. And you cover a lot of distance, which kind of is why it's a rally and why I think it's awesome. And if you want more information, just go look it up. It's a Red Bull event, so there's a lot of information available about it. It is a dirt bike race also, that I should mention. That's not clear. And it's very technical terrain. And it's an endurance event, which all of these things, all of these words appeal to me. I don't really like going super fast necessarily. I like this trail that I'm riding here, and I'm taking it kind of easy because it's really slippery, and I kind of want to talk, so I don't want to be all out of breath. This is the kind of riding that I like to do. And Romaniacs is different. I mean, there's a bunch of different stuff, and we'll get into that. Alright, so I wanted to just quickly talk about a few things that I've done so far to kind of prepare me for Romaniacs, in addition to just doing some research. But I think it's important to assess your own abilities, in my opinion. And I know I am often way more confident than I should be, so it's something I learned about myself. So what I did was I registered for all the East Coast Hard Enduros last year, because I figured it's good to make sure that you could do a one-day hard enduro before signing up for a 4 to 5 day hard enduro. And that was definitely a smart idea, because hard enduros are hard, and they are definitely the hardest things that I've ever done. Super enjoyable, especially in hindsight, but very difficult, and it's a really great learning experience. The second thing that I've done so far is went to Romania and took a tour. So me and my good buddy Jay and his wife Swazik did a little European vacation and spent a week in Romania with Carpathian Adventures, which was absolutely epic. If you have a week and a couple $1,000, I don't think there's a better way to spend that time or money. It was just incredible. And it really, those guys, they do tours, but they also do Romaniacs service. So now that I'm signed up for Romaniacs, they're also providing my bike and my their services for me at the actual event. But we get ahead of ourselves. So I signed up, or so I did the tour. It was awesome, and I learned kind of a lot about the terrain, kind of training I need to do, what class I should sign up for, and I talked to them a lot about the event itself. I talked to some other riders that have done it before, that are kind of at the amateur level. So I decided to do my iron class, and from talking to people, iron is, you know, in bronze class you might have a dozen hard hill climbs every day. In Atom you will have maybe a couple. And if you're gonna struggle getting up some of these sections, and it's gonna take you 2 hours to go up a hill, which I'm a pretty bad hill climber, so that is entirely possible, you will get time barred. So I decided, since iron you still have to go pretty fast, like hare scramble pace, to just finish, even with all the technical bits, I decided I will go for iron and make sure I can finish. So once I've officially decided that I'm doing it, I picked a class. The first thing you got to do is you have to sign up, and that's pretty easy. You just go onto the website, follow the instructions. You have to pay 50% of the fee right away, which, if I recall correctly, is about $1,000 or €1,000 maybe. And the first lesson here is that you have to sign up very quickly. Like when the registration opens, some classes sell out in a matter of hours, specifically bronze. And you need to make sure you're on it, and you need to make sure that your credit card company knows you're going to do it, because they will block the payment. This has happened to a bunch of people I talked to, and it has happened to me. And all right, and the next thing that I had to do is find a rental bike provider. I don't know how fast those sell out. There's a lot of outfits that do it. As I mentioned, I decided to go with the same people that with Carpathian Adventures, the same people that we took the tour with, because I think it's nice to already know the people. Plus, we were super happy with the entire experience. And They are one of the original rental companies and service providers out of Sibiu. So they're very familiar with the terrain and with the environment, and you feel like you're part of the family there immediately. So highly recommend them, and that's what I'm going with.